Miss,
Okay, Marcos, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm not late.
No, you're not late. I couldn't let you in because Sebastian was using my computer to do his quiz.
Miss,
Yes, Amelia.
it says I need to download it, so I click download and the page is just white. I don't see anything on it.
That's got
Can you just show me on the screen? I can screenshot it and then I print it and that's all. Like this.
It doesn't fit all on one thing though. Make it small. All right. Marcos, you have a question?
No.
Okay. Vic, you have a question?
Miss, if we cannot print it, we just draw, right?
Yes, if you don't have a printer or you can't print it, you can just draw it. Alba?
Okay.
From Moodle, can you copy from Moodle and put it like on slides or Google Docs?
If you want to, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Matthias, are you back? All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started today for Daily 5. What we're gonna do is...
I printed. I'm here.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, today for Daily 5, what we're gonna do is we are going to work on making a story map. A story map is a form like this one that you see up on the screen. It comes in lots of different formats. This is the format that we're gonna use today, okay? But you can do different kinds of story maps. This is the one that fits what we're doing best, so this is what we're gonna do. But a story map is a way of helping you kind of gather all the information that you know about the book that you're reading and put it in one place to help you kind of remember the most important things and to pick out the most important truths from the story. You can use a story map both as a reader, like we're going to do today, and also as a writer. Okay, so as a reader, we do it about a book that we're reading. But as a writer, we will later do one about a story that we want to write. Okay, and it helps you to get a plan for your story so that your story makes the most sense possible. Matthias, you have a question?
Yeah, so we are gonna use this page.
We're gonna use this page, yes. Matthias, I'm giving directions right now, so just keep listening and then you'll know what to do.
Okay.
All right, so at the top of your page where it says author, you're gonna write your name, okay? That's the easiest part. You're gonna put name up there, okay? If I type up there, it makes it disappear. So just go ahead and write your name where it says author. If you're doing it on your own piece of paper, you can just put your name at the top, okay? Now, where it says story title, you're gonna put the name of the book that you are reading. Okay, your historic fiction book that you're reading in class.
Oh, so, like But Not Buddy?
So if you're reading Bud Not Buddy, you put Bud Not Buddy. Okay, if you're reading George Washington Socks, you put George Washington Socks. If you put Lily's Crossing, or you could put Pedro's Journal. Okay, it should be one of those. I'm gonna put True Confessions because that's what I'm reading. True Confessions. Marley, you have a question?
Where it says author, we write whoever wrote the book.
No, you're gonna put your name. Because usually you would put the author of the book, but I need to know whose page is who. So you're just gonna put your name. Okay? All right. So True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle, or whatever book you are reading. Okay, so Bud Not Buddy, or Lily's Crossing,
that
George
was-
Washington Sucks. Nick, you need to have your microphone off, please. Emmanuel, you have a question?
Yeah, what do we have to do in the page? Because I didn't hear well because my internet was bad
Okay,
and
you're gonna do just like what I have at the top. You're gonna put the title of the historical fiction book that you've been reading for class. So if you're reading Bud Not Buddy, you put Bud Not Buddy. If you're reading
And
Pedro's
are we
Journal
going to do this on group or just by yourself?
by yourself.
So we have to put all of that's in the book in there.
Yep, we're gonna write about your book that you're reading. Mateo?
Okay. Miss,
Yes.
could you put another one in another page of the page that we printed? Because mine is very different than the one is in the screen.
What?
That could you put another page of the same one? Because mine is very different of yours in the screen is.
What
Yes.
one- Oh, do I have the wrong one up?
Look, Miss.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, let me see which one yours is. Maybe I just.
No, Miss, I have the same as you.
You should
Me
only-
too. Me too.
Okay.
Me too. Me too.
Okay,
Yeah.
hey, fifth graders. I did not call on anyone, so I should not hear anyone talking. Only Mateo. Mateo, show me what you have, please.
This one is different. Look.
Okay, can you hold it up to the screen, or can you turn off your fuzzy background thing, because I can't see?
No.
I don't know why you have that one, but that's not the one that I put up on Moodle.
Miss, I know. Oh no. I don't know.
Okay, I can't fix it on Moodle right now. It should be the one that I have up on the screen. Okay, so if you don't have that one, then just draw it on a piece of paper. Okay? You should have the one that's up here. Okay. Sebastian, do you have a question?
Mine is not like yours. So
Okay, well then just draw what I have up here on the screen. Samuel, you have a question? Okay. Mateo, do you have a question?
no, miss.
Okay, let's keep going, okay, so that we have time to work together. In the next box, where it says setting, I want you to describe where your story takes place, because setting means where your story is taking place. So if your story takes place in a city, then describe the city as much detail as you can. If it takes place on the ocean, then describe the setting. If it's on a ship, describe the setting. Okay, if it's on the beach or a beachside town, you're going to describe that. Emmanuel?
If it takes place like in many places, do we write those places or just one place?
Yeah, you include as many places as you can.
So she can go down. Thank you.
Okay, so for True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle, I would say the setting is a big sailing ship headed to America from England. Okay, I'm gonna be specific. I'm not just gonna say a boat. Okay, you're gonna tell a little bit of details. You might say it has a lot of giant sails.
Miss, could we put the same as you but in a different way?
No,
Like
because
a
you're
big
not
ship.
writing about my book. You're writing about your book.
Could we do breakout rooms too, like with partners and of the reading group?
Nope, you're doing it on your own.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I put a big sailing ship headed from America to England with a lot of giant sails. Okay, you could even add more detail, but in your setting, you want to do your very best to describe where your story is taking place. Okay, where your story is taking place, that's your setting. Once you have your setting, then you're going to talk about your characters. You don't have to talk about every single character in your book, but you should talk about a couple characters, maybe the main 3 characters in your book. Okay. You're going to say not just their names, but you're going to tell a little bit about them. So I would say Charlotte.
Can you say that?
Vic, you have a question?
Miss, can it be the main character?
You need to write about the main character and then 2 other characters. Okay, so main character and then 2 other characters, not just their names, but a little bit about them. Most of you are almost done with your book, so you should be able to tell me about your characters.
Miss, I instead write almost all the characters instead of the what they do, like with their um, like their age and that.
You need to tell about the characters, either what they look like or what they act like. You should have 3 characters. Okay, so I put Charlotte is a 15-year-old girl from England. She's traveling alone. She starts off very shy and proper, but after time,
Was it 13?
what?
Wasn't she 13?
Maybe she's 13. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. It's because you told us that when we started the book.
But remember, you're writing about your book, okay? Not about Charlotte Doyle, but about the book that you're reading in class.
Miss, could I write about Pedro, how much years he has? What is his experience? Can I write about that?
Yep, you're gonna write a little bit about 3 different characters, your main character and 2 other characters.
Then
Okay, so you're writing
Done.
about 3 characters. After you have something about 3 characters, then I want you to think about what is the problem or the goal of the main character in your book. Okay, what is their problem or their goal? What's the story? What are they trying to achieve? So for Charlotte Doyle, Genesis, you have a question?
What do I put? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. What do we put for Lily's Crossing? Because I don't really know what's the problem.
Well, what's going on in the
Oh.
story? Where does
The goal.
yeah, what does she want? Or what's the problem that she's facing?
She is facing the World War II. She's in World War II.
Okay, and what did that mean for her personally?
Nothing was going to be the same
Good. Why?
because lots of people were dying and that.
Yeah, and what happened with her dad?
He was in World War. He was in the war.
Yeah, so
And his brother too. Puppy.
so she's facing World War II. She's facing missing her dad. Those are some big problems that she has.
Okay.
Miss, what do you put for events and episodes?
Okay, when you get to events and episodes, you're going to list out at least 5 big turning points in your story. 5 places where something big happened in your story, something important. Okay, so any 5 important parts you're going to tell me in a
Okay.
sentence.
Can I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like
Yeah.
that, like numbers?
Yep. It would be helpful to you to do it in order. So I might put Charlotte boards the ship alone. There's 5. There's a lot more, right? But I have 5 big parts of this story. You can list more than 5 if you want to. We're doing this because it's going to help you with Monday to know these things as you take your test. Okay, so this is a good way to prepare. Sebastian, you have a question?
Yeah, in Pedro's journal, it doesn't really mention about other characters, but can it say the captain of the Pinta?
Yeah, the
Can
captain,
the
we
stranger
can
as
talk
well?
about him. Or about Pedro's mom. Genesis, you have a question? Okay.
No, miss, I forgot to lower my hand.
All right. When you're done, Sebastian, you have a question?
No.
Okay. When you're done with the 5 events or episodes, then you can write the resolution or the outcome. If you have finished your book. if you have not finished your book yet, you might not have a resolution or an outcome, and then you can leave it blank, or you can put a prediction of what you think is going to happen. Okay, if you write a prediction, then put I predict or I think and what you think is going to happen. If you already know what's going to happen, then you can just write what happens at the end of the story. What was the answer to the problem that your character was facing? Okay, what was the answer to the problem?
Done.
All right. For theme, where it says theme, a personal truth, you're going to write one thing that you learn from the author, from the book, that's a truth that you could apply to your own life. Okay, almost every book that we read has a theme, an idea that the author is hoping his readers will pick up on. So what do you think that you learn from these characters' story? Okay, what is something that you learn, a truth that you learn? And for the second part, a universal truth. What is a truth that is true for everyone, not just for you, but a bigger truth? Samuel.
Like, I didn't understand so much the theme of a personal truth.
So a personal truth from Charlotte Doyle might be that sometimes, or that I might feel afraid, but I'm capable of big things. Okay, that might be my personal truth. Okay, something that I could apply to my own life. A universal truth would be that maybe life is not always
Done.
what we expect. All right, Marcos, question?
I don't know what to write for the theme.
Well, you need to think about the book. What is something that you learn from the book, from Buddy's life? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, I don't want to tell you because I want you to discover a personal truth on your own. So you need to think
But
back
I don't
about
know.
all the things that Buddy goes through and what's something that you see in Buddy that you could learn from. Maybe does he give up when things get hard, or he keeps going, or that true friends, something about friendship and what a real friend is like. There's lots of little truths hidden in that book. So be thinking about
Done.
a personal lesson that you learned. Samuel?
What do you do when you're done?
Then you're going to turn it in. Matthias, you have a question?
Can I leave the tutorial or need to do state or something else?
If you're finished, then you can go and come back at 1 o'clock ready for social studies presentations. Don't
Bye.
finish your book. Okay, you have till Monday to finish your book. Okay, if you're finished, you may
Miss?
go. Lucas?
Miss, I have a question. I didn't finish my social studies. Do I need to present it or I can just put it on Moodle?
You're going to present it at 1 o'clock.
No.
So you have an hour and 15 minutes to get it done. Marcos?
What do I put for a theme, a universal truth?
Something that's
something.
true, like a lesson that would be true for anybody who reads that story. So it's very similar to a personal truth. It's just usually a little bit bigger or a little more general.
Like, I can put like to not give up.
Yeah, that's a good universal truth. Vic?
Miss, what do I put in theme of personal truth?
A lesson that you learned from your book.
So in universal truth and
Bye.
personal truth, I have to put something like that.
In the personal truth, it's a lesson that you learn from your book, and the universal truth is a lesson that anybody could learn from the book, like a bigger idea.
Okay.
Adriel?
What do we do in events or episodes?
You write down 5 things, 5 big moments in your story, 5 things that happened that were important. Genesis?
I'm done.
All right, you can go. You need to come back at 1 o'clock for social studies.
Okay, Miss, can I say something to a friend very quickly?
Yep.
Samuel, I need to send you something in Moodle, okay? Bye.
We don't have any more chat on Moodle.
Genesis, they took chat off of Moodle. There's no way to send anything.
How
Yeah.
long?